The reason Australia looks more like our neighbouring communistic countries than the free land we sing about in our anthem is because the boundary lines have moved. Boundaries are parameters that say, this is where you finish and I start. We aren't discussing picket fence boundary lines for a property or Australia's international borders being under threat. No, we are talking about personal boundaries. You and me. Do you ever feel like you can't drive without looking over your shoulder, or eat without wondering what chemicals are in the food, walk without being sprayed on, or even make money without giving most of it away to the powers that be? If you feel this trapped feeling, it is likely because your personal boundaries are non-existent or fading away. The government, corporations like the banks, social security companies such as Centrelink, the Australian Taxation Office, state police, and even now social media invades your personal private life. All because you haven't told them not to. You have not established clear lines on where they finish and you start. These are called boundaries. Did you know a study has been done on children playing on a vacant block of land? There were no fences. The kids had complete free rein on the land. But because there were no fences, the children only played in a small area in the very centre of the land. That was the first half of the study. In the second half of the experiment, they installed fences around the perimeter of the area. The kids were invited to play again, but this time the research observed that once they knew where the edges were and the kids knew their limits, they actually played all over the land right up to the fences. Because of the boundaries, the children of the experiment felt their freedom. You see, boundaries promote freedom. For most Australians, they don't feel free right now. And that's because their boundaries are blurry, fuzzy, and in most cases non-existent. Now, are you okay with someone else telling you what you can and can't say on social media to your friends? Are you okay with 47% of your income going out in various taxes? Are you all right with your local cafe telling you that they can't serve you because you haven't had a medical procedure? Are you really fine with putting your ID into a government server because they say it's safe and secure? The problem is, when you don't know where the line is that they aren't supposed to cross, then how on earth can you expect them to know how to respect your boundaries? Now, Australia says no to domestic violence. We know that loud and clear. But do we say no to crossing personal boundary lines? The Living Council is made up of a group of men and women who help people establish their personal boundaries by setting up trusts, exiting the ATO, and learning how to push back respectfully on the overreach. Have you reached out to us yet? If not, that's okay. We respect your boundaries.